GMEC Brokers. I'm Brianna. You might know me as Lady Diamond Hand in the CyberBrokers Discord. Mike or Carterell is out on a well-deserved vacation right now. So I'm here holding down the fort on Paradigm Live this Monday. Yeah, the trailer always gets me pumped too. So good morning, GMEC. If you're new here to CyberBrokers and the Paradigm, CyberBrokers is a metaverse-native media and entertainment company, and we're focused on building an entire captivating universe through our collectibles, engaging content, and interactive experiences. So you can follow us here on Twitter. And if you're watching on Twitter, come on over to YouTube, or you can join us in the chat. And you can check us out on our website, cyberbrokers.com. And if you are new, we also have two really big things coming in March. So we just had our CyberBrokers birthday, which we're going to chat about later today. We were also at NFT Paris. And then we have Genesis Mech Assembly coming in March, which I know everyone is really excited about. So lots of fun stuff going on. Stay tuned to learn more about kind of what we've been up to. But to get into our week announcements, we have a bunch of fun events this week as usual. We just released our Pixie Bolt AI version 2, which is our generative artificial intelligent art platform. We launched that as part of our birthday week celebration, and we have 2 workshops this week. So this Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. Central Time and this Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Time. So if you're interested in generative art, you want to learn some tips and tricks, we're going to have those 2 workshops to kind of go through the basics of Pixie Bolt and kind of how to help, tweak your prompts to get what you want out of your generative art prompts. We also have our weekly game night this Wednesday, where we play Among Us, Gartic. You don't have to be a holder to join that. So if you're interested in hanging out with some fellow DGens, interested in kind of meeting the CyberBrokers community and meeting some, fellow NFT enthusiasts, you can join us at 8 p.m. Central Time for that. And then this Friday, we're going to have another fun AR filter launching on Twitter, which we'll see kind of some of the filters that we released for NFT Paris, which were really cool. So be sure to check out our Twitter on Friday to see what we're going to be launching this week. So the big thing that we're talking about this week is our review of NFT Paris, and we're super excited. We have 2 awesome holders joining me today to kind of chat through NFT Paris because I couldn't be there. So they're going to kind of help me cure my FOMO. So I'm going to bring them up on stage right now.
Hello.
Hello.
Good Mech.
Hi everyone.
Do you guys just want to kind of intro yourself, kind of just tell everyone, a little bit about yourself in the CyberBrokers community?
Sure, yeah. I'm Nas, holder of 10 brokers at the moment, working my way up, I guess. But yeah, I've been here from the very beginning. It's a funny story at the start where I missed the mint date, and I woke up after the mint by a few hours, so I wasn't able to, get in the whitelist. I forgot about the project, and then managed to scoop some up from OpenSea immediately after, and it was, there. I'm there from then on. So, yeah.
We're super excited to have you as part of the community. I know, Nas, you've been our onboarding, professional here at CyberBrokers. You've been onboarded a few people. It's just been awesome.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, the project is absolutely amazing, and it's one of the best projects, I guess. If you're gonna get started in NFTs, you want something like this, which is great.
Then Ballistic, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Ballistic Banana. I got lucky. I was had quite a few on the allow list. I won't tell you how many, but I've been following Josie's art since 2018. So I've got a few spots there, and moderating the CyberBrokers community. And
yes.
Looking forward to how things are moving on.
Yeah, I'm sure if you're in our Discord, you recognize Ballistic, who's always helping us out. an awesome mod. So yeah, we're super excited to chat about NFT Paris because you both were there, which is awesome. I'm going to kind of show just a little kind of recap video that we did showing our time there, and then love to just kind of dive into kind of what went down there. So yeah, it looks like a lot went down. If you were in NFT Paris, it covered 2 days. They had over 9,000 people per day at the event, which is crazy. And we had, I think, 70 plus CyberBroker specific holders who joined us either at our booth or at one of our 2 meetups. And then Josie did a panel. So we had a lot that went down at NFT Paris. So kind of, I'd love to like hear your guys' take, like tell us kind of about the booth, like what was like the energy like there, like just I heard the event space was awesome in general. Just love to kind of hear your take.
I think the 9K people were queuing right at the start because it took about an hour and a half to get in right at the beginning. They had a real problem. Yeah, it was a bit of a queue to get in there. But,
yeah, that's true.
Thanks too.
I don't know if you got in any quicker now than what I did on the first morning.
No, it took us a while as well. I was there with Grid Whisper, and we managed to actually talk to some people in the queue about CyberBrokers, which was nice.
I could see Cake One was in the front of the queue somewhere, but I think she got in just before I got to the queue. So, but yeah, once we got in, yeah, it's good. Straight to the CyberBrokers booth.
Yeah, so
Josie, Andrew, Ben, and Carl, Mike.
Yes. So like I kind of like was involved in kind of like the behind the scenes of like, okay, like what do we want the booth to be like? But like what was it like to be there? Like the mech head, I know, like that was like a big thing, the giant mech head in the middle. But yeah, I guess just like kind of the booth and like what was like the vibe, like the energy, and like what was it like kind of like meeting some other holders maybe you haven't gotten to meet in person before?
Yeah, in the queue getting in, I was chatting to Ulrich FX on Discord. So I'd spoken to him a few times before and known the name for even longer. So it's really, really good to catch up with him in the queue beforehand. I managed to get in the queue before him, so got him a couple of spaces forward. And then straight in. And just, I mean, meeting Josie and Andrew. I mean, that's I met Carl at NFT London, so it's really nice to catch up with them finally after quite a few years of following them both.
Ballistic, was that your
first?
No,
it was great. It was great. Sorry, I was saying it was also the mood was nice, and obviously getting to meet Josie and Andrew and everybody else, and Mike and the whole CyberBroker family was unique experience for me. I've never been to one of these events before. Managed to get a few of my CyberBrokers actually printed onto metal and then signed by Josie. So those are going to stay with me forever. Can't sell the brokers anymore. And yeah, I mean, got introduced to a lot of other games and stuff. There was a lot of gaming going on at the event. But it was cool. I mean, I've seen other people interested in CyberBrokers coming asking about the project, and from a marketing perspective, I think it's great, honestly, that they're there at the event. Yeah, it's good.
definitely a good buzz around the booth with people using the AI that that Ben had set up. That was really good seeing using them yourselves and seeing other people using them, and I think that draws people in, definitely.
Yeah, so like how was it? We did a few, you might have seen it in our recap video, but we do these awesome like full body like mech AR filters. You can see them in the photos here. So yeah, like how was that? Like were people walking by and like seeing themselves like as the mech and being like, what's going on here? Like, what was it like? I guess like that having newbies kind of see our mechs and like our booth and kind of all that we're about here at CyberBrokers.
It was cool. It was cool watching people as well, because they'd walk past and you see them like catch the corner of their eye then and see it move with themselves, and that sort of draw them in, and then they'd start experimenting with it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And then the cards as well. The AI card said, like Mr. Griff coming out of the card that's sitting on the desk. I just thought that's brilliant. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I have a video, I think, of one of the cards I'll show if people didn't get to see. So we gave out like kind of goodie bags that had some CyberBroker stickers in it, and Ben, who does our AI and AR filters for us here at CyberBrokers, made some cool like videos that popped out. So I have a video I can show you of the CyberBrokers sticker, which was really awesome. So yeah, like the doors opening up and like Mr. Griff popping out.
I love Mr. Griff. He's my favourite. So that was even better.
Are you building a Mr. Griff mech?
Yeah, I am. I haven't completed him yet. I'm one part away from completing him.
Yeah, so if you're new to CyberBrokers, we're in the process of assembling mechs. So we have multiple different mech parts that come in all these different styles. So Mr. Griff is the one from the sticker that you just saw. So he's like our, kind of Chuck Norris hippo style mech. He's become, I think, kind of a favorite around the community. But
I don't know whether that's because I can't remember whether he was the first one that sort of was revealed. Some of his parts were revealed, so I don't know whether that's where it's where the loves come from.
Yeah, he was one of the first, because we showed like the color customization. So yeah, you'll be able to like customize your mech down to actual like colors on the different parts of your mech, which is super cool. We're so excited to see what people do to make their mechs their own. But yeah, he's got like the big cigar in his mouth. If you like read his like part descriptions on OpenSea, I think he has like a bit of a very big personality for a
yeah, definitely.
And then we also had some really other fun interactive things. So I know that we had Meet from Bday. They came and I think they did 2 separate wraps, right? If I'm correct.
Yeah, they done their wrap, their CyberBrokers wrap, which was about the law. And you always forget that Supermassive, he narrated some, didn't he? So he's got good knowledge of it anyhow, which is great. They're just so funny. I was laughing my head off. Yeah. And then they done their after that they sung their NFT Paris, which was that was just awesome. That really made me laugh. Those guys are mad.
Yeah, like what was it? I guess like the lore one, because again I wasn't there. So like we mentioned, Robin from our Supermassive from Bday, he narrated some of our lore, so he kind of knows some of our key characters. But I guess like, was there any like references you remember specifically?
Yeah, well, I think he was saying about Ken in the tree or something. I can't remember. It'd be nice to see the lyrics written down somewhere to see what he actually was saying.
I'm sure we can find the video on Twitter somewhere.
Yeah,
there were references. There were loads of references, I think. It was, you know, yeah, his energy is crazy. He brought a crowd to the CB booth, and it was fun. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah, it looked like crowded because again, I was asking our teammates to send videos in because I was like excited. But yeah, like it looked like really crowded. I mean, of course they stood out in those like giant neon yellow jumpsuits. I guess you can't really miss them walking around.
All a lot of they were doing was falling over bins and farting. I think that's they're just doing that for 2 days, apart from when they obviously done the live bit for CyberBrokers.
And then after, so like this was kind of the beginning of our meetup, right? This was kind of at the end of the first day of the conference. Is we have this kind of little performance, and then what we dubbed kind of like a little quest, because everyone had to kind of journey a little bit for our meetup. Everyone, I think they went out on the town to, I think Bastille was what it was called. So I guess, did you guys take the subway over with everyone over to?
Yeah, that was quite a journey, because the metro is probably, I don't know, 10-minute walk just from the place there. So keeping everyone together in the city, and then on the metro as well. I can't remember how many stops it was, Nas, but it's, I think, probably 10, 11 stops.
Yeah,
and
something like that.
It was busy as well. The metro, it's a big city, is it? It's busy, and people spread out all over the place. But yeah, we all managed to get to Bastille in one piece, sorry, and yeah, met up at was it the Orange Monkey? I think it was called, something like that. Was it Orange Monkey?
Yeah, fun. I think I saw like a story too. Someone like grabbed someone off the subway to like come.
Yes, exactly. I think it was Cake who managed to find this designer in the subway. Who I then checked out his Twitter, and he was doing some amazing things. I mean, he did some hoodies that have AR in the back, similar to the artifact ones, and he tweeted that he's, you know, excited about meeting Josie, and maybe he can do something for us as well, which would be awesome, honestly, if we get something like that. It'd be crazy. But yeah, his work was amazing, and it's nice that, you know, you get to have these opportunities and meet these people, even if it's in the subway. It wasn't even at the event, but pretty cool.
Yeah, but he come to the event on the second day, didn't he? I met up with us, and he spoke to Josie. I think Cake introduced him to her. Yeah. But yeah,
pretty cool.
He's doing some wicked stuff.
So did you guys all like kind of like, I know they're like, do people bar hop? Like kind of what was the meetup like? Because it looked really fun. Like all the photos I got, I was having major FOMO when it was like 10 a.m.
Yeah, I stayed in that one bar there that you can see in the photos. That was good enough for me. I was packed in there and stayed in there for most of the night. I think Naz perhaps went off to another place for some food and stuff. But yeah, it was really good in there. There wasn't just there's other people that followed other NFTs and that were in there from other projects. So it's good to mingle and chat with some of them.
Awesome. Yeah, I know. I think I saw a video, like Josie was saying, how like she was out really late and like all the restaurants were closed or something because everyone was out having a good time. But yeah, it looked so much fun. And then yeah, this last photo in this slide, which I thought was kind of funny, was like we had this giant mech head, which was like the center of our booth, and then obviously like Josie was flying back to the States, so was Mike, our other team member who was there, and Ben was flying back to Germany. So none of us could take this giant mech head. So I think Josie tweeted out asking if someone wanted to take this head, and we actually got someone to take it with them on the train, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think it was south of Paris, a little way out. So I think he had to take some of it apart, didn't he, to get it on the train? And
yes.
But it's been an interesting trip. especially on the metro in rush hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Sure,
imagine. I'm
yes.
like trying to imagine someone carrying this mech head like around on the train. Like I can't
Maybe
imagine.
can put in the top of his put his head down in his hoodie and put that on top.
Yeah, like seriously, you want to talk about a souvenir? And I guess another thing too. So Josie was actually she worked with Ozma on this like really awesome poster, which you can see in the background of our booth. But she was like hand signing posters, right, and handing them out. So, and I think she was like, we got to chat with a lot of people, which I know is like a big thing. We just wanted to like connect with more people and like tell them about CyberBrokers. But yeah, like, was it?
I mean, herself and well, all three of them, Mike and Ben, they were so busy all the time, you know, all over the place because so many people wanted a bit of their time to find out more and just to meet them. I mean, they're awesome guys, aren't
Yeah, absolutely. It was great.
they? I should think they slept all the way home on the plane because they just didn't stop for the whole 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the conference itself looked like it was packed. I mean, 9,000 people a day. That's like an awesome turnout. But yeah, like it looked like there was so much to see, like lots of other cool activations. Like overall, like as an NFT event, it looked like a really fun time. I know I wish, I'd gotten to go.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't go to NFT London. I went to some of the side get-togethers there, and it just looking at the pictures after the London NFT, it just Paris one looked so much more organised and it just looked more like a community. It didn't look so spread out and bitty. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good event. And like I say, there's a lot of other projects there. There's a lot of other artists there that I wanted to catch up with as well. That I've been following for quite a few years in the space. So for me, it was excellent. It was and to see what's coming up as well. I mean, there's a bit of alpha, wasn't there? On the big screen, the CyberBrokers screen there.
Oh yes,
with
Pixel.
With the Pixel Brokers, everyone's like, "Oh, what's that? What's that? What's going on there?"
I know the NFT Paris got a little sneak peek about a week earlier than everyone else at Pixel Brokers.
Yeah, I managed to test out the game as well over there, which was pretty cool. They had a competition worth 3 ETH, I think, for whoever could get the top score on their game, and they put it on like an arcade machine. So it was pretty fun actually playing the game.
Oh, awesome!
And I'm sure it'll be crazy once we get to our little Pixel Brokers.
Yeah, there's a little bit of chat going on about that in the Discord at the moment, isn't there? About how is it World Wide Web, isn't it? With the Pixel games and that.
And we'll talk a little bit about Pixel Brokers in a bit, but I guess overall, like the event, I guess what was like your favorite part about NFT Paris? And no, we have NFT NYC coming up, so I guess I don't know if either of you are going, but after just going to an NFT conference, what were your favorite parts? And I guess like what do you think was like a kind of a great touch point, to get people involved in like the CyberBrokers universe?
I mean the AR was really good. That encapsulated people. They come in with that, which was excellent, and the stickers. I mean, they're brilliant. But I mean, the CyberBrokers community, they just seem a nice bunch of people. They just really are welcoming. Just chat about anything, just completely chilled and just a cool bunch. I just really enjoyed being, spending time with a lot of them.
Yeah, it's the same here. I mean, it was amazing getting to meet the founder and the rest of the team, and then the CB fam. That was the best part for me, honestly, and that's why I initially went there. It was to meet them, really, and it was great. I'd do it again. I'd love to go to NFT New York as well. I think it would be awesome. maybe even more crowded than Paris. But yeah, it was nice meeting everyone. You really get to feel, the community is real. I mean, people care about each other. People care about the project. They want more people in there. It's pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I'm a team member, so I'm a little biased, but I do have to say, I think we have like a really great community at CyberBrokers. Like it always does feel like, nice vibes and energy. And then, yeah, before we're going to kind of dive into our birthday week summary, but I wanted to show a video of like one last really cool AR filter we did. If you were at NFT Paris and you happened to stop by the Eiffel Tower, we did this really awesome filter of our mechs kind of taking over Paris. So kind of wanted to, if you didn't get to see it, I'm going to show you a quick video now. Kind of hard to see in that, but we had our full mechs, the size of the Eiffel Tower, taking it on, which I thought was really cool. And if you live in Paris, you can still use that filter, but on the tower. But we also have one where you could kind of take your own mini Eiffel Tower and have our mech kind of scale it in your living room. So if you're interested in that, you can go to cyberbrokers.com/AR. And check out all of the filters that we released during NFT Paris, a bunch that you can use still today, which is awesome. Cool. So the next thing we wanted to dive into, because we've had a lot going on here at CyberBrokers, was our birthday week, which was last week. We had our first year, our inaugural year of CyberBrokers, and we had 4 full days of fun releases for holders. So just kind of wanted to chat about that and see everyone's thoughts on kind of what went down. So one of our big things we did last week was a free claim of our commemorative NFT, or our new collection of CyberBrokers accolades, which is a new collection where we want to be able to give gifts to kind of honor people in our community who've done awesome things. So our first accolade was for our quest participants from version alpha. So if you participated in any of our quests from our first year here at CyberBrokers, you can go to cyberbrokers/claim on our website, and you'll be able to claim the commemorative NFT for free. And it highlights a bunch of different scenes from the CyberBrokers lore. So I guess for Nas and Ballistic, this was something we kind of we'd hinted at a while ago, if you noticed when we talked about our finale of our alpha quests. But I guess kind of when we were talked about this commemorative NFT, what were your guys' thoughts? What did you guys think about it when we finally released it? This was kind of something
I wasn't expecting it, but then when it arrives, you think, yeah, that's the kind of thing that CyberBrokers would do. They always reward people, that have participated in different ways. And it's a brilliant NFT with all the the AI that's produced in all the images of that. I mean, it's excellent, and a great way to reward the quest participants.
Yeah, I love the idea as well that it's all images that are part of the lore, and that you can recreate all of that using the bot on Discord. That's incredible. That's amazing. You feel like we were part of it in a way, creating that, and so I loved it. It was really nice.
Yes. So basically, for our commemorative NFT, we had different scenes from all the chapters of our lore, and we actually worked with James, who helped develop this Pixie Bolt AI version 2, which is our update to our AI generative art tool. He actually did all of the bases of all the images, which is really cool. And then we worked with Azamat, who is our artist behind CyberBrokers, and he, tweaked it and updated it and made sure it was in our CyberBroker style. But it was cool as someone who worked on that for a while, because we had so many moving parts to that. But it was a really cool combination, I think, of the generative art and the human hand. And I think we were really excited to drop that along with the Pixie Bolt AI version 2. Like you said, Nas, we want to dive into Pixie Bolt. Essentially, this update has allowed people to be able to generate some of the actual characters from our lore, which is really, really cool. So being able to drop the NFT and then be able to have people go in and kind of like do their own spins on these scenes is really cool. So I don't know if either of you have you played around with it yet, or haven't gotten around to it. I know
it blows my mind what you can do with it. It's just just putting your own image in and building something out of it. It's just it's a steep learning curve, but you can do it. It does help. There's documents there to help you with finding the right words and that to build your images there. And then you can just gamble. There's a gamble there, so don't like the images that are coming back, just gamble and see if you've got something else come up that you like and can go from there with. Yeah, it's a good tool. I'd recommend anyone get in there and have a little play with it. I mean, it's free. I mean, what can go wrong?
Yeah, absolutely. I was a part of the team testing it as well, and it was pretty cool. I mean, there's so much you can do with it. I think I need to spend time learning about AI and how to use it properly. But even playing around with it a little bit, you can get some decent results. And I would, again, just like Ballistic said, recommend anyone to go ahead and try it. It's pretty fun, and the results can be quite amazing. So that's cool.
Yeah. And so if you're a CyberBrokers holder, you get free access to Pixie Bolt AI V2. And there are all kind of base models of all of our characters from our first lore series, as well as some CyberBrokers traits you might know and love. So we have the Bitcoin mask in there, things like that. So lots of fun stuff with Pixie Bolt AI. And then we've got...
I think it needs an ad buddy, though.
It needs an ad buddy. True, I know.
It does need an ad buddy.
I know. Your ad buddy who tried to sneak in the sheeple in our casting call. He's maybe you can use the AI tool to help disguise him for the next casting call that we're looking for. And then
Sorry, I put you off there.
We had our birthday live stream. That was kind of the end of this whole week of celebration. So we had some of our OG team members on, which was really cool. So Ben Hydorn and Chris Chapman, who were some of the founding members of CyberBrokers, along with Josie and Azamat. So that was really cool to kind of get into like the tech and the, lore and kind of all this stuff. We got to see like some CyberBrokers concept art, which was kind of cool. Like, I don't know if you guys tuned into the live stream, but kind of seeing like
I managed to catch a bit of it. Yeah, it was great seeing some of the images that didn't make the cutting floor, and hear some of the stories from Ben, Josie, and Chris. Some of the stories that they were coming up with before the release. Yeah, it was good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah,
I think that's on. You can rewatch that, can't you? It's on YouTube.
Yeah. It's also interesting seeing all the parts that didn't make the cut. Basically, all the like different clothing items and stuff like that. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. I know. I was like trying to think. I'm like, okay, what clothing item would I have come up with? Probably nothing close to like what Azamat's mind comes up with. But especially when they were testing the CyberBrokers tool. If you didn't catch the live stream, you can check it out on YouTube. But they actually pulled up the generative tool that they had used to test the CyberBrokers layers, which I thought was really cool. And just to see all of the like the back end work that goes into something like, you know, creating like a multiple layer SVG 10,001 collection like CyberBrokers. Like, you don't think about sometimes like, oh, like the tool that they had to make to test everything, like to test the names. Like, it was kind of cool to see like all of those steps on the back end that, you know, sometimes you like forget has to go on behind the scenes. But it was kind of cool to see like the fake CyberBrokers being generated. There were some cool ones actually. I was like, you know, some really cool like fishermen and dreamers. I was like watching them like, oh, that would have been a really cool one too. But
yeah, definitely. You think,
cool.
Wonder if some of them might appear. Some of them clothes, they could appear again as an SVG layer or something, and you could put it onto your broker. Who knows? Who
knows? Exactly. And then I think the last big thing to talk about, which I'll show a little preview of now, which you might have seen on our Twitter, but if not, I'll show a quick preview right now, is of Pixel Brokers. So I'm going to show our little teaser, and then we can kind of dive a little bit into that, which will be fun. So yes, we announced Pixel Brokers, which we mentioned if you were at NFT Paris, you got a little bit of an early teaser about Pixel Brokers, but we officially announced it on our birthday live stream. We're super excited. They're coming this March, and these will be a part of your CyberBroker, so they won't be a separate NFT. If you own a CyberBroker, you will be getting the corresponding pixel version of your CyberBroker, which is really, really cool. And we're excited to kind of see what everyone gets to do with these. And we also mentioned that they're going to be usable in World Wide Web. We've been working with them on making sure that everything is compatible and great. And we're super excited, again, to make your CyberBroker your personality, your persona in all different areas of the metaverse. So this is just another way that you can rep CyberBrokers. But yeah, I know you guys mentioned like you'd played like a game at NFT Paris, and it kind of like fit in perfectly, right, with the Pixel Brokers announcement, right? So I'm kind of curious to see like when you were kind of playing that game there and things like that, like your thoughts on Pixel Brokers and like what you kind of want to do with them.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play the game. I think Nas played the game. I watched other people playing, but the queue was so long to get on. But yeah, I mean, it's another
that game was
touch,
addictive. That game was addictive. People wouldn't stop, so they play the game and then go to the back of the queue. So, but no, it was a really fun game. Similar to existing games. I forgot there's a vampire. I didn't play these OG games, so sorry, I don't remember the name. But yeah, I know people who have played those games and loved this one because it was so similar to that. And then I've tried it online, and it's much more than what we've just played in NFT Paris. You have items to pick up. You can upgrade your character and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Can you can buy rooms and that as well, or land? Can you?
Yes, I've seen like apartments. I don't know what they're used for exactly, but yes.
So yeah,
it's going to be interesting as well to see your CyberBroker as this little pixel person as well. It's the ones that we've seen already. I mean, they're quality, aren't they? You can't believe how much quality they've got in with so few pixels. I mean, the rat walking along with his paint and it's dripping. It's just like, just like excellent. And I've seen one of the ad buddy scooting along with all these adverts going on. It's just brilliant.
Yeah. I know, and like I said, Mike, who's our community manager, worked really hard on that, and just like the review process was crazy because again, like we're looking at the CyberBroker and then like the little pixel next to it, and you're like staring at the little pixels, and like again, this CyberBrokers, we set like a high standard for ourselves, and you could tell when we're sitting there like squinting at the little pixels, being like, okay, this looks like this conveys this. So I'm excited for everyone to see their CyberBroker in pixel form. And I know, like we were chatting before, I have to learn a lot to like make sure I can, figure out how to use them best. But
yeah, definitely, because I'm sure there's going to be other spaces that you'll be able to use them in. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
To see what other spaces you can and what I mean, there's in the community, there's so many techie guys anyhow that I'm sure they'll be doing things that we've not even thought about doing with them.
Yeah, we have, I think, a really talented community here at CyberBrokers. So again, excited to get these assets into everyone's hands and see what people create.
Definitely.
Cool. Awesome. So just like a few things I want to, wrap up. So something fun that we're doing this week is we're going to have a Pixie Bolt AI contest. To commemorate, again, this new version of Pixie Bolt, we want you to kind of use these new models to generate some images. And it will be creating a image based on these new models. So we have 4 CyberBrokers that you can now use. So Unironic, Ken, Zinc, Spice, and Saleya, who are from our original version alpha lore. You can also use the hacker talent as a model, which is really cool. So it generates the really cool hacker mask from our collection. And we also have the Bitcoin mask and the Camera mask. So stay tuned on our Twitter for more details on that contest that'll be launching tomorrow. And our 5 favorite AI generations will get to win a Lost Paradigms NFT banner, which is really awesome. Lost Paradigms is a community funded project here. And they have these beautiful, inspired by the Paradigm Lost banners that you can use for your Twitter. So we're super excited to be giving away 5 of those. So stay tuned on our Twitter for those. And then we had a little contest to find our missing non-trait, which actually was completed in record time last night. So we had 2 layers in our CyberBrokers collection because all of our NFTs are SVGs. And we had 2 layers that had kind of gone rogue, so to say, and we're kind of hiding among those layers. So we posted clues to that in the Discord. And again, CBDG and Kinetics, congrats. You guys solved in a record time.
They didn't hang about, did they? They didn't hang about. They were on it so quick.
I know, Mike.
I couldn't believe it. But by the time I'd even gone on the website to look at the SVGs, they'd done it.
I know, Mike, he's away on vacation and he had set up this whole quest. And he was like, he literally posted it in there and, he hadn't even left for vacation yet and they'd already solved it. So
but he thought that'll keep him busy for a week. No.
Exactly. We've got some great puzzle solvers, quest completers here in the community. So wanted to say congrats. They've also won their own Lost Paradigms banners. So super excited for them. So congrats. And then, if anyone has any last minute questions or anything, you can post them in the chat. But yeah, we're super excited about everything that we released last week. NFT Paris, welcoming some new people into the CyberBrokers community. Again, I have to give a shout out to Nas, who's onboarded an amazing amount of people to CyberBrokers. And again, if you're watching and you're new here, to hop into the Discord and say hi to us. You will recognize us in our names in the Discord. But yeah, it doesn't look like anyone has any questions, but Thank you, Nas. Thank you.
Going back to the Pixie Bolt AI with the hacker. Everyone's loving the hacker. It's making some people FOMO into buying the hacker CyberBrokers. It's that good.
Yeah, I know.
And sorry, another note. I remember the name of the game I was talking about. It's Vampire Survivors. So if you played that or you check that out, you'd get a feel of how the game we played at NFT Paris was. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and give a peek in kind of some of the things you might be able to do with your pixel brokers, which, again, I'm super excited to see what people come up with that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me on Paradigm Live. If you have any questions you think of later on, everyone can hop in the Discord, obviously. But yeah, keep an eye out. We're going to have a whole newsletter also summarizing NFT Paris if you missed out on that. And we'll have the Pixie Bolt AI contest launching tomorrow. So if you want to win your own very own Lost Paradigms, be sure to attend one of our workshops about Pixie Bolt, or check out our docs on our website to kind of, learn how to use it. You can win your very own Lost Paradigms. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you next week when Mike will be back.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.